Hey, folks, just a friendly reminder that all shows on the Madness Comic Network are produced by their individual hosts and in no way reflect the opinions of the network as a whole. The statements in the following broadcast are not necessarily the opinions of the Madness Comic Network, its staff's.
Hey, everybody, Dirk Manning here, the writer and creator of numerous comic books and graphic novels, including Nightmare World, Tales of Mystery, Brave but Not Dead, all kinds of stuff. And I am super excited for you because you are getting to watch right now, right this moment, out of all the things we're going to be doing, you're getting to enjoy and revel in the Madness Comic Network. And that is awesome. Thank you for being here.
Mr. Chris, what up? Also, Christgau from rock and roll band Five Finger Death Punch. Heard that you're about to launch your newest board game, Gods of Metal, where you take on the persona of different metal musicians to stop the overlords and their demons from taking over reality. I think I know a metal musician that can help you fight those overlords and those demons. That is me, Christgau. So, shout out to you, Chris. Shout out to all of the Laughing Rogue crew. And shout out to Gods of Metal. I will be in there taking over reality from the demons and the overlords. Christgau. Just like it says there on my hat, in case I forget. I do play bass.
An ancient darkness is breaking through into our reality. The overlords are coming. Their demons united, they'll stop at nothing to tear our world to shreds. And the only thing that can stop them is the power of metal. You have been chosen by the gods of metal to lead this crusade of finger-shredding fury. You must write the sick riffs, craft the awesome lyrics, find unholy rhythms, and set the heads banging. Show the overlords that their darkness is nothing compared to yours. Gods of Metal is a co-op deck-building game for 1 to 4 players. You and your bandmates must work to create the most powerful band in human history. Find mystical instruments of legend, outlandish costumes to improve your powers, and recruit mascots to help you battle the overlords. Find the power of pure decibels and use them to destroy your enemies by crafting songs that will literally blow their minds. Form a band. Save the world. Gods of Metal. Now on Kickstarter.
Flip City Magazine is just really pulling out all the stops, man. Your guys' production value of this magazine has gone insane. I mean, look at that. I mean, I remember when you guys, it was black and white. Even when it was black and white, I thought your quality was great. But damn, they have just, I mean, they just really stepping it up a notch. Look at this. James Corbett, boys. James Corbett.
Genuinely cutting. But also funny, and obviously just chaotic and very fun.
I love Flip City. It has brought new types of badassery and integrity to the print medium.
What is up? What is up, people? What's happening? What's happening? You know me. You know why I'm here. Do you like the background? Thanks, Mike. I like that. That looks awesome. If you can't tell by the background, I don't know what to tell you. Guess who's here? Yes, my boy Mike Barron. What's up, dude?
Hey, Pops.
How you doing, brother?
Good.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna use that sometimes. I like that background.
Me too.
Better pass it off to Jeff too, though, so I don't get in trouble. Be hogging up all the mic stuff. No, I love you guys. Mind you, Jeff. I think he has a new show for us this week. You guys did a new show for us this week, right? Got something new on the Baron Earls show on Wednesday night?
Well, we were going to record it tomorrow morning, but Jeff had to postpone. So we're going to record it Thursday morning, and we're interviewing Kevin A. Johnson, whom I've known for a long time. Kevin is a terrific artist. You can look at his art on Facebook. Just go to Kevin A. Johnson. He's got a unique way with portraits. They pop. They come alive.
Because we gotta bump the show too. But,
well, here, let me show you a couple.
I mean, it's the Baron Earls show. We gotta bump everything you do, Mike, in the short time that we have. You know me. I'm gonna talk about all of it. So man,
me,
every time I turn around, I'm like, damn it, Mike, something else.
I try to stay busy.
You do. No, you don't try to stay busy. You do. It's a do or do not thing, and you do. Right? Man, every time I turn around, there's something new. Here we come again with another Nexus book. What's up, dude?
Well, that one's been in the works for a long time, and I should add that it's done. It's printer ready, and it's going to the printer very soon. As soon as we close the campaign. We're not closing the campaign for another 2 weeks at least. A little bit more time. We have a lot of heavy lifting to do. And for those who are familiar with my work, this is one of the most exciting Nexus stories I've ever written. It'll blow your mind. And Kelsey Shannon's art will blow your mind. And if you just want to take a look at it, go to baroncomics.com. Click that on, and the first thing you'll see is the Nexus Scourge campaign. There's an animated trailer there, and there's samples of art from throughout the book.
I have a whole bunch of stuff queued up to play. I also have, all these different art panels that you sent us. Here's the Kelsey pinup. I mean, yeah, man. Mike sent me a whole bunch of stuff. I don't know. Am I allowed to show all of it? I wasn't sure.
You can show it anything you can find on that campaign page.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Check it out. Dude, that's amazing. We finally get to see him, huh?
Yeah.
Gormando. And I like the little ship. I like the ship.
Yeah.
Good stuff. I also have like something else. I wasn't sure if I was allowed to show yet. Something that Chris showed me that his son made.
Chris who?
Chris Brown, my boy from Laughing Rogue,
Let's see it.
Should I show it to you on the side first?
Is it controversial?
No, not at all. I wasn't sure if everybody is in the know about this.
Well, before you do,
let me send it to you first.
Yeah. Also, people want to know, where did Scourge come from? Well, Scourge is an idea I've had for a long time about the ultimate evil, which is a force and intelligence that predates civilization. Well, you ask, isn't civilization the proof of intelligence? Well, yes, but even before there was a civilization, there was an intelligence, because civilization is a coming together of like-minded people to create. And one person cannot create a civilization. And this person does not want to create civilization. In fact, he hates civilization. And I use the word he advisedly, because we don't know his sex. We don't know what it is. and you're not going to know what it is until you get to the end of the story. I pitched this to Dark Horse, and they snapped it up. And Kelsey did the whole thing. It's done. It's ready to go. And then Dark Horse looked at the figures and said, this isn't working for us, because, as you know, they go through conventional comic book channels and distribution. So he said, so Mike Richardson turned it over to us and said, here it is with my blessing. You guys go do it. And we have run with it, because the field of crowdfunded comics is exploding right now. Not for everybody. And one of the reasons for that is that everybody thinks they can do a comic, and everybody does, but only 10% of them are any good. That's Sturgeon's Law. Right. Theodore Sturgeon was a great science fiction writer, and Sturgeon's Law was 90% of everything is crap. But nothing we do is crap. And when you see this book, your head will explode.
Look,
Kelsey's art.
The 90% that's crap is all the stuff I don't promote. No, I'm kidding.
So you want to play that trailer?
Which one? You sent me so much stuff. I got
the main trailer, which is on the Baron Comics page.
I got
click one on at random. Click one on at random.
I got a cinematic trailer.
Yeah, the cinematic one.
Okay, that's on the Braley Image Group on YouTube. I got that. Let's play that one. Let me full screen it and get it ready. Get it all queued up. Oh, work with me, StreamYard. All right, let's see. It is not full screen, but we'll take it. We'll take it. We'll just get it there. Here we go.
An ancient evil, billions of years old, wages war on the universe. Entire star systems are vanishing without a trace, leaving devastation in their wake. Nexus, the intergalactic guardian of lost souls, must stop the unnameable terror and its expanding scourge of destruction. The totality of everything in existence will collapse upon itself if he fails. With the fate of the cosmos in the balance, Nexus must confront his most dangerous adversary yet. Can he save creation from total and certain destruction, or will darkness reign supreme? Find out in Nexus Scourge, the all-new epic sci-fi adventure from Eisner-winning co-creator Mike Baron, exploding with Kelsey Shannon's dynamic artwork. Available now at baroncomics.com.
Yeah, baby.
Need more file your taxes this year.
I do need more time to file my taxes. But anyhow, if you go to Baron Comics and you're looking for any of my other books, such as Private American, Florida Man, or Thin Blue Line, just go up to the top and click Mike's books, and you'll see the whole catalog there.
They're all around us right here.
Yeah, they are. We're surrounded with that stuff.
Say hello to the chat. We got Matthew Creek in here. We got Rex Christian, Devil Flyer Momentum.
Hey, Rex.
Dirty Fatty. What's up, ODF? What's happening, brother? We're talking about Nexus Scourge, yo. Now, look, you are all over the place with this. You're on Indiegogo. You're on
Kickstarter and Fund My Comic.
Yeah. Doing it right. Mr. Bracey, more Deck Nexus, more Badger, and more Florida Man. There you go. See that?
Thank you, Mr. Bracey. You'll be happy to know that we do have some new Badger in the works. It's going to be a while before it appears, because we can only crowdfund 4 books a year, maybe 5 if we really hit the numbers early. And believe me, the entire year is spoken for. And one of the projects we're going to do is another totally new Nexus graphic novel by Kelsey Shannon.
Sweet. Look, Jeff is part of our RPG game on Friday mornings, and we were even talking about more Nexus, more Badger. He even said that when I said something about you had a new Scourge book, he was like, I want more Badger.
Working on it.
There you go, man. And he, he's one of us, man. He's a fan. He's a creator. Can I tell you, we got a good crowd. We got a good crowd. So which one do you want to look at first? You want to look at the Fund My Comic, or do you want to look at the Indiegogo? And
Oh, I don't care. We're grateful for the support, no matter where it comes from.
well, I was going to ask the question: are there exclusive covers to the different?
There's exclusive. There's an exclusive art card with the Indiegogo campaign.
Okay, we'll check them both out. Then.
But
If
now
there's
that
something
we've
different, you
launched,
gotta,
yeah, you only got that card if you signed up before a week ago, last Monday, which is when we launched. But if you go through the campaign, there are a lot of extras that we're offering.
All right. So at Indiegogo, you are at 17,300. So you know what? I think we're going to go through the Fund My Comics. It needs to catch up.
Yeah,
a little catch up, right? It needs a little catch up with that.
well, we're always happy to go through Fund My Comic, and I should point out that Bronze Star, the supernatural western I did with Pat Broderick, was the first campaign to hit 10 grand on Fund My Comic. We're very happy with Luke Stone. We're very grateful that he put this site together. And Luke's a hell of an artist.
Yep. And he's a good dude. He's a good dude. And here you are. And here you are on Fund My Comic right now. Pulling in 4,500 so far. Mike, I like it. I like it. Now, is this, I'm assuming this trailer is the same as one we just watched?
Yes.
Okay. So this is a 60-day campaign. 8 days in, you're at 4,500. That's smoking, dude.
Chris would like me to mention that a perk that's exclusive to our Kickstarter campaign is copies of Nexus Nefarious, a hardbound book that came out last year from Dark Horse and was illustrated by Richard Bonk. Richard Bonk is a freak of nature.
I like Richard.
He's both fast and good.
I like Richard. Good dude.
In fact, Richard, we're keeping him as busy as we can.
So I sent you a little picture in your Facebook inbox.
All right. Well, one of the things that Richard has already completed, and this is ready to go to the printer too, is Sherlock Holmes versus Captain Nemo. Yeah, I can't, when I saw the art, my jaw hit the floor. It was like Richard had been waiting his whole life to draw steampunk. He said, why didn't somebody give me steampunk before? Oh, I see the little miniature of the spaceship. I have one here too. Let's see if I can find it.
Yeah.
Must be on the floor somewhere. Oh, no, I got it. But I have a guy who's a genius at printing 3D models. And I think I'm going to ask him to do one of these because this is easy for him compared to the stuff he's been doing. The stuff he's been doing is mind-blowingly complex. And it would be a cinch for him to produce one of these that's super smooth. He's got the latest model of three-dimensional 3D printer. And it puts down so many layers that you don't see the strata that appears in the cruder 3D printers. And by strata, I mean, it looks like layers of alternating earth and rock because they're not sophisticated enough to make the layers thin enough so that it looks smooth. But this
I can say I've seen some pretty cool 3D stuff. Look, there's Pops. That is actually me, my character from the Gone Hunting game.
Leviathan will launch in September of 2024.
Leviathan. Now, is that
that's Sherlock Holmes versus Captain Nemo?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let me give you a little a peek at some of that. Just a little peek here.
And there he is, folks. There he is. It's Gormando.
Yeah, one day dude said, Mike, what's the ultimate Nexus story? And without even thinking, I said Nexus versus Galactus. And we can't use Galactus, so I created Gormando.
Yep. And I've read a lot about Gormondo. This is the first time I got to see Gormondo. What do we got here? Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. What do we got? Oh, dang. Hold on. Let me get that up here. That's one of those things you can just go over here and you just throw it in the overlays. And then you just pull it up. So we can talk about it right here. There it is.
Yeah, that's one page from Sherlock Holmes versus Captain Nemo.
Dang.
Yeah, look at the water. Look at the way he draws ocean.
Kills it, man. I like it. I like it.
That's just a hint. I mean, some of his stuff that he's done there, people don't realize how great an artist Richard Bonk really is, but they will when this book comes out.
Now, who's this little dude flying on this board right here?
That's Gormondo's Herald, Gnosis, Gnosis.
Gnosis.
Yeah.
Hey, see, and you see Nexus ship right there. He's in the mix.
You know, because we've always loved Galactus and the Silver Surfer, and that's why I ripped them off. But I have to tell you that Gormondo and Gnosis are 1,000 times better than Galactus and the Silver Surfer, not only in the rendering but in the writing.
There you
You're
go.
gonna love them. You're gonna love them.
1,000 times better. It's
Yeah.
Galactus to the 20th power.
Because I know how to use the character, you know. And
we got somebody just popped into backstage on us, man. You know him, Mike. You know him. He the first time you met him, he was but here he is. It's my boy, the Doctor. What's up, Doc?
What's going on, gentlemen? Hey, Mike, how are you, sir?
Good.
It's I feel like I walked into a room where the grown-ups are talking, and I shouldn't be here.
No, that's not true, Doc, because we're talking about comic books.
Oh, okay, all right. Then then it's a level playing field.
Did you just call me a grown-up?
Well, I mean, I meant Mike was the grown-up.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you
Pops
very much.
looks like a
I don't
grown-up.
get that. There.
Yeah, he just role plays as a grown-up.
Yes, Jeff. Water is damn hard to draw. That does look. It's amazing.
Yeah, and I was going to say, fellas, I can't stay. I'm actually headed out the door. I didn't know you were here, Mike. So
Me either.
But I was going to pop on to show my support and let you know I'll be watching from the chat as I go and shove food down my neck.
Thank you, Doc.
All right, Mike. Always a pleasure to see you, sir. Hail the chat. Hail Pops.
Peace. Take it easy, bro.
And to Mr. Bracey, hands and feet are very difficult to draw too. It's one thing about Bern Hogarth's dynamic anatomy. Bern Hogarth wrote a whole book about drawing hands, and one of the things he points out is that the middle finger is the same length as the palm, and that each finger, each segment, as you get towards the tip, is 2/3 the size of the segment below it. So the middle segment of the finger is 2/3 the size of this, and the final segment is 2/3 the size of this.
Okay.
Well, you know, this is only of interest to artists because hands and feet are very difficult to draw.
It's funny because the first time I drew something, it was an Electra, and I was complimented on the hands. I was told I did a really good job on the hands it was like a first drawing. I was like 54 years old. It was like 6 years ago.
Well, the best thing about the hand is you always have a model right there.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, I was complimented on the job I did on the hands, and I was like, well, I just drawing what I think it's supposed to look like. The head was a little bit big, but
don't even get me started on the head.
That was the things I learned. It was like, because the forearms were done in front of the head, but the head was just a little bit big. It didn't look quite right, but it's a learning experience. I was drawing something for the first time.
Well, yeah, another thing that Hogarth points out is here's the head, and the eyes are right in the middle. If the head were the world, the eyes would be at the equator.
Yeah.
And the nose extends from the eyes to exactly halfway to the chin. So it's a quarter the length of the head.
Unless you got a big ass nose like mine, then it goes like almost all the way.
Yeah, or mine. All right. Anyhow, that's Hogarth for you. I recommend his book for those who want to draw an anatomy book.
Actually, yeah, check Jeff. I got several of those books.
Smart man.
And yeah, Doc does have the smooth voice. He's my dude. So let's keep going down, looking at more of this. What do we got? What do we got? Oh, here goes some interior art, guys.
Yeah, the way Kelsey draws interiors with the negative space, it's just, it's incredible. And he can capture emotions so simply. It reminds me of Alex Toth, only it's a little more futuristic.
All right, so tell everybody there's bound to be people watching that don't really know who Nexus is. Give everybody a little synopsis of the dude right there.
I created Nexus in 1981 when I met Steve Root. I always wanted to do comics, and so did he. And we met, and he showed me his portfolio, and I said, well, what do you want to do, dude? He said, well, I want to do comics, but I can't write. What do you want to do? And we were lucky. We were in the right place at the right time. Because Capital City Distribution, the second largest comic book distributor in the world, wanted to publish their own books. And they wanted a costume superhero. So I brainstormed. I thought, what will make the guy compelling? And it would be compelling if somebody died every time he showed up. And that's hardly a new revelation. That's why popular media has been crammed with police and doctor shows and lawyer shows for so long, because they deal with life and death, and that's the stuff of drama. Life and death is the stuff of drama, unless you do it badly, and then it's melodrama. I didn't want to do it badly, so I worked out I wanted him to be a sympathetic character. So I made him a reluctant executioner of mass murderers. Every night, when Horatio sleeps, these terrible dreams descend on him, terrible dreams in which he is almost there, almost experiencing the torture and the murder that these mass murderers inflict on their people. And when he wakes, he knows what he has to do. He has to seek out the subject of the dream and kill him, or the dreams will continue until they drive him mad. Now, he's a reluctant executioner because he did not ask for the dreams. If he had been left to himself, he would have been a philosopher maybe, or a poet. But the dreams are forced on him by an insane alien called the Merc, who has chosen Nexus to be the conscience of his race. So Nexus really has no choice. I went home and I drew the first 12 pages out by hand. I'm not a great artist, but I'm good enough to get my ideas across. And that's the way I wrote comics for 20 years, by drawing each page out by hand. And then I gave it to Steve, and he penciled it and inked it and lettered it. And then we showed it to the boys from Capital, and they said, hell yeah, give us 20 more pages. And that's how Nexus started.
Nice. So you have had some pretty awesome people work with you.
I've been very lucky.
Nexus over the years, man.
In fact, I was just at a comic convention yesterday here in town, and I sat next to Greg Hewler. And Greg's been working for Disney for the past 30 years, but Greg did a couple of issues of Nexus, and they were just brilliant.
There you go, guys. Look.
Also, Mike Mignola did an issue. Keith Giffen did a Nexus. And Jose Luis Garcia Lopez did a Nexus. And we have tentative plans to reprint those with some of our Nexus offerings.
That'd be awesome. Really like this. Really like this, guys. Oh, who did that?
Kelsey. I'm not sure who it's supposed to be.
Oh, you're not sure, huh?
No, well, go down, take a look at the one beneath it. That one he nailed.
I was gonna say that does look kind of like Bob. I'm just saying, you know. Look, I'm just saying that does look like Bob. I'm just saying. There you go. Beautiful stuff, Mike, as always.
Yeah.
You know.
And that's Kelsey's Nexus. That's Headworld, which I created a long time ago, but nobody ever drew it like that. That's Kelsey's inspiration.
There you go. There you go. Some props from Mr. Bracey.
That's true. And in fact, he's a bit of a philosopher, and I've tried to show that. Not with speeches, though. It's just one of the tricks to writing a great comic is you have to have words. I don't believe in wordless comics. You read them in 5 minutes and then you forget them. The words resonate if they're done right. The right words in the right situation in a comic book will stay with you forever. Face front, 2 believers. Face it, Tiger. You just won the jackpot.
Yeah, I got like 4 copies of that. Hush.
It's clobbering time. We all remember these phrases that Stan Lee created, and they're phrases by other people that live on, like in darkest day, in darkest night, in brightest day, in darkest night, no evil shall escape my sight. And of course, that's the Green Lantern pledge.
Yep.
And I forget who wrote that. It might have been Gardner Fox, but that's been handed down through the ages and has become a bit of lore. And comic book lore is different from an awful cliche, by which I mean, I don't think we're in Kansas anymore. If you ever come across that in a comic book, just rip it up and throw it out immediately, because that person does not know what they're doing.
So a little quick run down the other side over here. All right.
Yeah.
Let's see. $100 for the epic bundle, guys. 100 plus shipping. Gets you everything. Autographs, hardcover, softcover edition, signed art card, creative team autograph card, which, you know, you might think Chelsea.
I haven't even seen that yet, but you can rest assured it's brilliant.
Yeah. And $25 for the softcover. There you go. Get you some.
And, you know, some people balk at these prices, but if you go into a Barnes & Noble and you go to the graphic novel section, that's pretty right in the middle of what they're charging for any graphic novel that they offer. Plus, I can assure you that these stories are unforgettable and you'll read them over and over again. And as you're reading the story, you're not going to be jarred out of your suspension of disbelief by something that doesn't fit.
There you go. Autograph card with the digital bundle. There you go. Get you some, people. And here's the real deal for the collector among you. The CGC graded signature edition. Slabbed. The digital edition, $10. Get you right in there. There you go, people. Real simple. Not a whole lot of stuff to choose from. Just all good stuff.
The digital edition is mostly for our overseas customers because we can transmit it instantly without going through various post offices. I prefer physical product. I always have and I always will, and I think we need to stick to it, because the problem with digital is, suppose you buy a movie from Amazon Prime or from Warner Brothers and you buy it digitally, and then one day somebody at the company says, you know something, we shouldn't do this, let's draw them all back. They can do that in a split second. They can eliminate your recording from your machine. You no longer own the movie. When you own something, you own it. That means you can control it. You hold it in your hands. You put it on a shelf when you're done. It's not going away.
Cool. My next guest, Nandor, is just let me know he's going to be a little late, so you can hang out and throw some extra stuff at us about other stuff you got going on, Mike. We like secret.
Well, I'm very excited about the various Nexus projects we have going on. One of them is going to be a reprint of the first 3 black and white issues, which is close to 90 pages, maybe even a little more, colored by Kelsey.
Nice, nice. I don't know what's up with Twitter today. It's like they're not broadcasting the show over there for some reason. It's weird. It says it's broadcasting over there, but I don't see it.
By the way, we just closed out our campaign on Florida Man versus Hogzilla. And for those who bought the first book, we're very happy with that. It's a book that'll make you laugh out loud. They're called comics, but really there's very little comedy in any of them, but there is in Florida Man. Florida Man is uproarious. I know how to create humor, and humor, there's a hierarchy to humor. And at the bottom are puns. That's the worst form of humor. And at the top are absurdities, the juxtaposition of absurdities, the juxtaposition of the sacred and the profane, if you will. And that's the stuff that makes you laugh out loud. And Florida Man is filled with absurdities. And the reason, of course, I wrote the book, because every time I went online, there was another Florida Man story. And finally I said, somebody's got to write a book about this guy. So I created Gary Duba. But the trick to Florida Man is it's not just a series of blunders. He's not gross and disgusting, although there are gross and disgusting elements in there, but never too bad. But the thing about Gary is he's sympathetic. He's just a redneck living in a trailer down by the swamp. He's got a hair-triggered temper. He likes to get high. He likes to get stoned. He's been in and out of trouble his whole life, but he's got a heart of gold, and he'll give you the shirt off his back. And that always happens in each issue. I had a great teacher in college. His name was Jerry McNeely, and he used to write Marcus Welby, MD.
Really?
And Jerry said, you make him laugh a little bit, you make them cry a little bit, you scare the hell out of them, and that's entertainment. And, you know, in that one little phrase, he encapsulates entertainment. He's right about that. And the trick is to do it and to have it rise naturally out of the contours of the story and the personalities of your protagonists. And that's what I try to do.
Now, coming from the guy who wrote Marcus Welby, okay, look, I can remember this is one of the shows my mom used to watch when I was little. Okay, so it was the only thing on the TV. You didn't have TVs in every room and all that back when I was a kid. You had one, maybe a black and white in the basement. You know what I mean? It's like you were watching whatever mom and dad wanted to watch. So this was one of her shows. And I remember, man, look, all those old school doctor shows used to scare the shit out of you. You didn't want to catch whatever that guy got, right?
That's right, because it's the stuff of life and death, and that's drama. By the way, apropos of Florida Man, we're offering a special on 420, which, as everybody in the world knows, is the day everybody celebrates the legalization of marijuana, because 420 is California police code for a marijuana offense. And if
and that's a perfect time to bring in my friend Chris.
But anyhow, look for the promo code on 420 this Saturday. This Saturday it's going to be on all our platforms. And if you go to FloridaManComic.com or Facebook or Twitter or Bloody Red Baron, you'll find the code. The coupon will be 20% off on 420 this Saturday.
Now, I'm not, this is not my next guest. This is like my color guy. So,
hi, Chris.
How's it going, Mike? How you been, bud?
Yeah, he may have a question or two for you. And we got John Porton jumping in here in the chat. What's up? So this is also going to the Baron Earls YouTube channel, Mike, just so you know. I talked to Jeff. I said, hey, man, can we put the show on your channel too?
Great.
So, you know, hopefully we get out here to a few more people all the way across the board, you know. I see Chris is watching on Twitter. This is good, but he's commenting on YouTube. You actually can comment from Twitter too, Chris. If you actually enlarge the screen, you'll get a chat window on the side, and you can comment from Twitter. If it's working, it was working. It still is. It's really weird because we're, according to the counter up there, we're not getting very many views on Twitter. Recently, it's been over 50 on every show.
All right.
You know, so I don't know if they're just not transmitting the proper numbers or what. For those of you watching, wherever you're watching, we love you. Thanks for tuning in. Go check out Nexus. Look, it's on Indiegogo. It's on Fund My Comic. You can go to the TheBaronComics.com and find all the other stuff he talks about. And, you know, Mike just told us earlier there's new Nexus coming, new Badger coming. Guys, you know it's never going to end with this guy, right?
I'm also working on some projects for other people like the Rippaverse. My book Gooding is coming out shortly, and I'm really excited about that. And I think people are going to react to it very favorably. I've seen the art. The art is mind-blowing, just mind-blowing.
Let me grab this real quick. Will Conrad, guys, I don't know if you remember, but Will Conrad I'm pretty sure he was in a Crom-Con or two back in the day. Pretty sure I have some art here by him somewhere, but yeah, man, dude.
Did I send you a couple of pages?
Yes, you did. Am I allowed to show them?
You bet.
There you go. Look at that stuff, guys. So, you know, at least this one, look, you get Gooding, you're getting Mike Baron, you're getting Will Conrad. This one's going to be good, guys. Just saying.
I still need to get Badger to complete my collection.
Need what?
I said I just need to get Badger yet, and then I think I have everything.
Well, Badger, there's a
Do you have any Badger?
Not yet.
All right. Well, if you can't find them, drop me a note because I've got every issue.
Oh,
multiple copies.
You know what's funny? Chris, one time I had Mike here and we were talking. I'm talking to him and we're on a show, and my the grandmother of my grandkids came over with a little batch of comic books. and Isaac comes down and he's like, Grandpa, look what I just got. And I'm going through them. And I got Mike on the show and there's Badger comics. It was freaking awesome. It was like, look, Mike, they just walk in the door. I told him, you know what I mean? Oh, what's up?
I need to get Biker too. I want to check that.
Here we go. Oh, come on, man. Why'd Bob leave? Bob don't like to be on camera. What's up with Bob, man?
Bob's very shy.
Is that the squirrel catcher?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you know something, Pops, you should show him that picture. Let me get that picture for you. Bob with his squirrel.
Because you know I hunt. I can make this big.
All right. There it is. You see that, the Pops? Oh, I know what happened here. I lost the sound. Oh, I didn't.
No, I think he muted.
All right. Yeah.
That's
Bob.
His nice.
Bob's quick, huh?
Yeah, I gotta take him with.
He gets a little tattoo of a dead squirrel. For every squirrel he kills, it's on his right flank, and you can't see it here. Let's show that one of these. Now Bob's whining. What's wrong, Bob? We're talking about you. Come here, Bob. Bob.
What's up, Bob?
Come on, Bob. Coming out the other side here.
Whoa.
It's Freddie. All right, enough with my dog. Sorry, boys.
We love that. It's part of the show. Part of the show. Hell, get video bombed by Rocky all the time, man. You know, he gives you the vocals and everything.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, Bob does keep a tally. You know, I have another picture I will show you that got me booted off Twitter. But you know, this is a private broadcast, and I came down one morning and I stepped on this. It was very light. I mean, it was very dark. It was very dark in the room, and I didn't know what it was, although I had my suspicion. And then I turned it on, and I saw what it was. There you go. Show that. I double dog dare you.
He mutes himself all the time.
Yeah, well, I always wonder, where did the head go? Did Bob eat the head?
They do. They, believe it or not, that is.
Yeah, one Halloween, he came home and there was a headless rabbit on the steps.
All right, now look, folks, I don't want to hear nothing about this.
Warning.
Show it. We're going to show it.
May not be suitable for a younger audience.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a half-eaten squirrel.
That's all it is. Yep.
Good job, Bob. Good job. See, I never think to take pictures of the stuff that Zeus or Rocky. Zeus used to bring stuff home all the time.
So what other show brings you this type of excitement?
Exactly. This is entertainment, yo. We bring you the best in independent comedy entertainment. Oh, you didn't think that was funny? Look at it again.
Wasn't funny when I stepped on it.
No. I mean, okay, I chuckled.
Hold up now. If I'd have seen it, it'd have been funny.
Right.
That's just how it is, folks. We trying to have a good time around here. Yes. There you go. Them links. Go over to the Bloody Red Baron. Go over there. Go over to the Baron Earl Show on YouTube and subscribe over there too, guys. You know.
Where'd you get the fish, Mr. Bracey?
She even brought a fish home, huh? That's funny.
Probably at the supermarket.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I went turkey hunting once, but the people in Giant weren't happy about
it. I woke up to, I mean, I've had some hunting cats, you know, cats that pretty much can fend for themselves. I woke up to gifts. You know.
Yeah.
What's under that pile of feathers in the corner, you know?
It's good for you.
No. But yeah,
builds character.
Zeus used to. We got the collars, you know, the shot collars, the perimeter things. They can only go so far, and they get a zap. But Zeus, if he heard something down by the lake, he was gone. He ran right through that shit. He didn't care. Zap, he's gone. He's going to get whatever's in the lake, right? And then he'd bring stuff back, opossums and just whatever, you know, whatever he found down by the lake. Whatever's making that noise, shouldn't have made that noise while Zeus was outside.
I just wish I'd photographed that headless rabbit.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
A lost opportunity.
I just never thought about taking pictures of this stuff, you know? It's like, just don't want him to eat it.
But, you know, when Bob came through the doggy door with that squirrel, I took it away from him and I put it in a plastic bag and threw it in the trash. And then I thought, wait a minute. This is too good a photo op. So I took Bob to the park and I took the squirrel with me. And when we got to the park, I handed it to him. And that's where that picture came from, Bob posing with his squirrel.
So he didn't have to chase it down that day.
Yeah.
You just handed it to him.
Just to back up a minute, Florida Man is still available on baroncomics.com. And if you haven't read it, get ready for laugh out loud humor. I guarantee you, everybody who has read it has praised it and gone into hysterics about it because of the juxtaposition of the sacred and profane. And it follows the path of every one of Gary's adventures. in that he goes from rags to riches to rags to riches to rags to riches. And it begins with this guy hiring Gary to smuggle 100 red meat tarantulas into the country in a suitcase. And Gary says, well, what if the tarantulas get loose? And the guy says, there's nothing to worry about. You fly to Mexico City. You meet my agent at the airport. She'll give you a suitcase. The suitcase is sealed. You check it through in luggage. There's no way the tarantulas can get loose.
No way. No way.
And that's how it starts. That's just a tiny little bit of the story.
There's no way, Gary. Trust me. You're good, dude.
Yeah, and of course, it's called it's called Florida Man versus Hogzilla. And Hogzilla is a 1,000-pound feral hog that's ripping through new housing developments in Florida and destroying these houses. And by the way, there have been 1,000-pound feral hogs. They are real. I would be happy to show you a picture of one if you want.
I've seen a few. I think Chris has seen a few. He does have a hunting channel.
Yeah, there's a show called American Hoggers in Texas. It's just like Swamp People. Every show's the same. They say, well, we got some feral hogs over there in the North Florida. We got to get rid of them. And they chase the hogs. The dogs corner them, and then they get in a fight. Sometimes a dog gets hurt. Those feral hogs aren't too bad. I mean, a couple of 100 pounds at worst. But the feral hog that I remember vividly was in Georgia and was shot by a kid who had a .45 caliber Magnum. And there's a picture of the kid posing with this hog, which weighed 1,000 pounds. Let me show you.
That may be a picture that I've seen before. I'm just saying.
It's a pretty famous picture. There it is.
He always mutes himself when he does this.
Well, when he hunts for a picture, it's very noisy.
Yeah. Let's see. Holy Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes I'm sitting here cussing when I'm trying to do stuff. Don't
That's
click the wrong
wise.
button. You'll be gone. You'll be offline. Don't do it. Oh, God. Yeah.
We've done that once or twice.
We still get this wrong half the time.
Because these things are invasive. They have,
right.
I mean,
right. And the theme of every Florida Man story, one of them is Gary's battle with invasive species. Pythons play a large part in this story as well. Pythons are the most destructive of all the invasive species in Florida. People bought them as pets and then turned them loose in the sewers and the swamps, which was insane because they destroy the smaller mammals. They're wiping out the possums, the coyotes. I suppose every now and then they eat a rat, but not enough.
Why would they eat a rat when there's good, tasty stuff to eat?
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, also, yeah. Well, so anyhow, the point is that the state of Florida sponsors a 1-week python call every year with prizes for the biggest python that you bring in, and that's part of the story too. But these pythons grow to be 18 feet long, and that's a big snake.
Yep.
In fact, one of my favorite videos, I wish I'd saved it, shows a python in a death struggle with an alligator. And the alligator's trying to drown it and whipping around in the water, and the python doesn't care. I mean, the more the alligator spins it around, the more it wraps itself around the alligator's body and crushes the life out of the snake.
Yeah. It's the big squeeze, man.
It's a big squeeze, yeah.
A big squeeze. I used to have a California king snake, Mike.
Why?
I was gonna say.
Because he was cool.
Right.
He was very cool. His name was Martin Luther King Snake Jr.
Lord.
Well, I mean, he was black. He had white stripes. It was like, like he was such a cool snake, though, man. And yeah, he was a squeezer.
Yeah.
But king snakes are like are immune to other snake poisons. Yeah.
Oh, great.
They even squeeze other snakes. It's kind of funny, man.
Snake eats snake? Are we talking snake eats snake action?
Yes. Yes. I actually saw my king snake eat a bull snake. A good sized one too. Like a 3 foot bull snake. He was about 5 foot. Yeah, he wrapped that dude up and ate him. Like,
where was this snake when he was eating the other snake? Was it inside your house?
In my cage, in this cage, yeah.
Jesus. Yeah, I knew a guy like that, a biker in Madison, and he had rattlesnakes in a glass terrarium, and he had tarantulas and scorpions, and that it was strange.
Yeah, I had a tarantula once too. Yeah. But the snake, my son loved this. Travis used to get it when he was like 8 years old. He used to pull that snake out, walk around the house with it all the time.
Great. This is quite the fashion accessory, I'm sure. The women call it a boa.
Awesome. Mike.
Yeah, so they call it a boa for a reason, right?
Yeah.
Guess what, guys? Guest number 2 has arrived.
Hey, guys. Thanks so
Nandor,
much.
Nandor,
So sorry for the tardiness. I just got out of work and traffic was awful and trying to get home, but I'm here.
I've met Mike Barron before.
Hi, Fox.
Hey, Mike. Man, I don't know if we've ever been on a stream together, but I know we've communicated on socials just a little bit. But yeah, nice to meet you, Mike.
Likewise.
This is one of my jobs, to make sure people meet each other, get to know each other. And you never know, down the road, anything can happen, right? That's the way this works.
That's right. And I absolutely love Nexus. I have many Nexus comics in all my short boxes back here. A lot of Nexus stuff. So
we've been talking about the new one, Forge, which is running. Where are you going? I'm going to Anne's party. Okay. Anne is going to Anne's party.
Oh, hi. Tell Anne I said hi.
I will.
There you go. But yeah, this is how we do it. We introduce people. We make sure people get to know each other because we like this. Down the road, you never know, anything can happen. I've seen a lot of collaborations happen because people met through our streams or through our Facebook group or whatever. I love
Definitely.
it.
Yeah.
So, Mike.
Yeah.
I know I've kept you longer than you meant to be here. Do you have any final words, my friend? Give us some Mike Barron words of wisdom on your way out, bro.
It's crackers to slip a roser, the dropsy and snide.
You all figured out.
That's British slang, and it means it's crazy to pay off a cop with counterfeit money.
Yeah, God, you're right.
Good advice. Good advice. It's crackers to slip a roser, the dropsy and snide.
I'm gonna go clip that. Chris, we got to clip that for a short.
Sure.
Okay.
We'll get that.
All right, I'm bailing. Thanks for having me on, Pops.
Always, my friend. Thanks for coming out. We will see you soon.
You bet.
All right.
See you, Mike.
Love that guy. I love that guy. I don't care what anybody says. You see that background? You see that background that he gave me?
Mm-hmm.
Hold up. Let me there, check this out, guys.
Oh, that's dope. Yeah. Look at that.
Got all the stuff on it. I love it. So I used it today while he was on. But let's get down to business. Mr. Shaffer. Good to see you, my friend. How you doing, brother?
Hey there. Oh man, I'm doing really well. Enjoying this beautiful day, making a lot of comics, keeping busy. It's been a good time for me. So I'm really excited to be here and talk about my new book.
Well, tell everybody a little bit about some of your old books, and then we'll kind of, segue into your new stuff.
Of course.
Oh, wait a
So
minute, hold up. Do you know my
yeah,
boy Chris?
man, I don't know. I don't know if we've ever met. Yeah.
I say I know I have Man-Child 1 and 2, but that's about, I think, the extent that we've
He knows you
gotten together.
Well, that's
He knows
amazing.
you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for backing those books and supporting me. I mean, it means everything to me. So thank you.
Chris is the laughing rogue. He makes games, comics, RPGs. Dude makes all kinds of stuff, man. He's like on all over the madness right now. He's everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Very good.
But yeah. Wait, what's that, Chris? What is that?
Oh, just one. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Look.
Yes, I really hope you enjoyed both issues. We're working on issue 3 right now, and we're introducing a whole new like team of villains that are going to be in the next issue, and they're going to have to all fight the Monarch Crier character, and it's really exciting. We're calling them the Sadistic Six, and I've been revealing each new villain every week in the last couple weeks. So you can check my socials, but also like my newsletter, and I have little teasers and little things that I'm showing off for the next issue. So I'm really excited about issue 3. It's going to be the best one yet.
Okay,
dude. I love everything I've read that I've gotten from you so far. So
Thank you. Yeah.
Dude, you be killing it. So here you are again with something new.
Yes, the Fabled Offering. This is my new fantasy sci-fi one-shot. And right now we're running a campaign for a second chance campaign for the book on Indiegogo. We ran a Kickstarter in the fall of last year, and totally reached our goal and then some, unlocked a stretch goal or two, and now we're getting ready for to send it to the printer, and so fulfillment is right around the corner, and I wanted to get people in on this if they missed out. And this is a 44-page one shot that is about Grand Princess Aurelia, who is a princess, a warrior princess, who's on a quest to save herself and her kingdom. She is also pregnant on this journey, and she is trying to meet with one of the ancient deities of this world to negotiate an offering, to offer him something so that she can, whatever motivations that she has, we'll find out as we read the story. But it's a story about facing impossible choices and impossible odds, and trying to, do what you can to, transcend what destiny has fated for you. So it's a really epic story that has a lot of character development. All my stories are very much focused on, being a character study, but there's a lot of exciting things. I think out of everything that I've made, this is definitely the most visually interesting and visually exciting story that I've done.
Cool. So shall we take a look at this here trailer?
Sure. Yeah. It's short and sweet.
All right, let's do this. Here we go.
The Fabled Offering returns for a second chance campaign on Indiegogo. If you weren't able to support the Kickstarter, want to snag one of the variant covers, or just help unlock some stretch goals, now's the time. Fabled Offering is a 44-page sci-fi fantasy one-shot epic about a lone princess on a harrowing quest to save herself and her kingdom. Attempting to reach the peak of Gafira Mountain while carrying her unborn child, Grand Princess Aurelia will stop at nothing to meet the ancient Sizen aboard their starship, the Aegis. Will Sizen accept her offering? This book was made for fans of Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, Seven to Eternity, Dune, and Dungeons & Dragons. The Fabled Offering is a mature tale about trauma, sacrifice, and the power of choice in the face of fate and destiny. I'm Nador Fox Shaffer, the writer and creator of The Fabled Offering, along with artist Marco Roblin and letterer DC Hopkins. The book is about to be sent to the printers, and we're planning on all packages to be delivered by June 2024. Since the book is nearly done, the Second Chance campaign is solely to reach new audiences and to see how many stretch goals we can unlock before fulfillment, so there's no risk involved. we guarantee that you will get your book in a timely manner. Will you join Aurelia on her quest? The fabled offering now beckons you.
I like it.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. So where's this going to take us, man? Where's it going to go? That's my question.
Yeah. So, it's one of those stories that I wanted to make sure that everyone, I have a lot of projects. I have seasons, I have Man-Child, that are ongoing. They're limited series, but I'm in the midst of finishing them and putting the rest of the issues out. And so, as I think about my own business strategy and kind of what I want to offer, what I want to have at tables and conventions and in my portfolio, basically, I was like, I don't have, I have a standalone graphic novel, which is Lifeline, but I don't have just like a one shot, like something that is kind of shorter than everything else that I've done and that tells a complete story. And so I was thinking about, what do I have in mind for something like this? What could it be? And I chose, one of my favorite genres, but two of my favorite genres, sci-fi and fantasy, and trying to create something really unique and mixing all of those flavors together into an epic tale. And the more that Marco, the artist for the book, and I have worked on it together, the more he's excited to do more, and the more I've been excited to do more, especially with the response that I've gotten from the book. I mean, it's one of those things where I thought, this will be a one shot, and it still tells a complete story. But I do feel like if it resonates with people, there's definitely a lot more that we could do with this world and with these characters.
Dude, I like it. I like that art. That's popping. Marco, good job, brother.
I like the painted feel of it.
Yes, yeah. Something about his work that's so fascinating is that it's he does it all, but it has like this heavy metal, like kind of vintage sci-fi retro, kind of like aesthetic to it, and it feels alien, it feels otherworldly, and it feels like you're totally transported, to a completely different world, which is what we want. We don't want this to feel like we're on planet Earth. We don't want it to be recognizable the way the colors are, the way that the what they're wearing, the locations, the everything. You kind of want it to feel familiar enough that you can kind of visually understand what's going on the page, but to where it's different enough where you're like, ooh, this isn't something that I can really, put a pin on, basically.
This art is fire, dude. Look, I like it. I like it a lot. Definitely unique.
Yes. And like I said, it's 44 pages of this gorgeous art, and Marco just turned in the final page a couple of days ago, and we're lettering the book as we speak. And so, I mean, it's been a long time coming. We've been working together for almost a year on this, doing the art and making sure it's the best book possible that we can make. And man, it's so rewarding to see it come together. And yeah, we're looking at the covers right now, and we have a lot of different cover options. That one right there is Marco's cover, and it's a wraparound cover. So if you get cover A, which is $14 for 44 pages, which is like an incredible deal in crowdfunding. It's a really good deal for people who are kind of looking for something, substantial. You're not going over the $20 threshold, and it meets it. It meets what I kind of want for everyone. I want it to be affordable. I want it to be exciting. I don't want you to feel like you're breaking your bank to get a good story.
Give you their money's worth. You always want them to feel like they got their money's worth.
Yes, exactly.
So you got a wraparound cover, which is cool. I don't know about the staple in the back of the head. I don't know how that's going to work.
I like that one.
Say what, Chris?
I like that one. The one you're on now.
We're going to go through. What's up, Doran? Doran from White Fire Comics. How you doing, brother? I love when other creators pop in and check out each other's stuff. Man, that's the way it's supposed to be. Okay, so now this actually depicts her in the pregnant stage, like you were talking about.
Correct.
Here
Yeah.
you can actually see it, you know. What's with the one-eyed goblin? Is that one of the guys? Or is that the bad guy?
Yeah, so that's the bad guy. This piece actually here is the first time. It's a concept piece that I worked with Will Pladen on, and it was really kind of the foundational piece that we took for the story. I was working with Will on like character designs and trying to get a feel for these characters in this world, and so what you're looking at is the very first concept for these characters in this world, and so that is Aurelia, our main character, and you have Sizen, who is the ancient deity figure that she is trying to meet and trying to reach at the peak of this mountain. So he is basically the ancient of time. His role, his function in this universe is to manipulate time, and he's you go to him to present an offering so that maybe if something happened to you or you want something to happen, you can negotiate that to happen in this world.
Cool. This is good looking stuff. Come on, yo. Cover C. Oh, look, this has a Jeff Muth feel to it. Look at that.
Yeah, that was all done. And I should mention the Will Pladen cover was all traditionally done. It's painted, and then that cover by Cortez was done with oil paints. That's also traditionally painted with some mixed, digital effects on there with the sword. But like it's all digital. I mean, it's all traditional. It's like these. I saw Cortez's work on a few different art groups, and I was like, and he's done some horror comics for Dark Horse and stuff, and I was just like completely blown away. I thought, this guy, like, he can capture that really ethereal, otherworldly vibe that I really wanted this book to have. And so you have Aurelia standing there, and then you have the three faces of Sizen surrounding her, and these three faces, he's one being. But since he represents time, he represents the past, the present, and the future. And so his three faces will interact with Aurelia, will interact with this world. And whichever face is talking, that's like the perspective that the character is coming from at that point in time. So it's really trippy. It's really fascinating. He's one of like one of my favorite characters to write, but also just conceptually it's challenging because you're trying to not reveal too much to the reader, because there are things that Sizen knows that Aurelia doesn't know because he's a deity. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Most excellent. I have somebody showing me pictures from the con she was at. She got to meet Yondu. From Guardians. She's
Michael Rooker? That's awesome. Yeah.
She said he's blowing kisses at me. I love you, Britt. You rock. Look, this whole we have fun. This is what it's all about, guys. I got to go to the con, the Grand Rapids Con over the weekend.
Yeah.
Talked to a bunch of people and had me a blast. Someday I'm hoping that I'll get to meet Nandor here.
That's right.
Someday,
man. Yeah. That'd be so cool.
Look, we have things in the works, but it all takes money, But Chris and I have talked about many different things we'd like to do, if we can get this Roku thing going and you never know. Anything can happen. It's just you got to get it going. You got to start somewhere, just like you did with what book was it? Seasons.
That's right. Seasons. Yep.
Seasons. When I met you, and you was just you're still a youngster, but you was just a youngster then.
Yeah. I think I was like 23 or something. Like I was pretty young.
Dude, it was crazy. It was like you were one of the younger guys out here doing this that was in the that was promoting In the Madness.
Yeah.
There was only a
Yeah.
couple of you that were like young. Everybody else, all a bunch of old people.
Yes, the next generation. We gotta, we need your wisdom, and you need our energy.
Yes. Well, I mean, for me, I'm unique to most old people. I seem to.
You
even
are.
when
You're
I'm supposed
super
to be
energetic.
resting,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, look,
You make me look old. Yes.
they would have been mad if they'd have seen me at the con. The doctor would have been pissed off, he'd have been like, "What are you doing? Get your ass home and lay down." But I had a blast. I got to meet some people I'd never met before, which is always a bonus, because that's new people I get to bring in to shows and stuff. Howard Mackey, guys. Ghost Rider, fucking and Gambit, and I mean, dude wrote some Spider-Man, dude wrote some good stuff, and it's like, I'd never met him before, so that was a first,
That's
I like
so
it when
cool.
new people come around, man. So I'll be looking forward to bringing him up onto a Monday Madness here in the not too distant future. You watch. Okay, who did this cover right here?
So this cover is done by Ario Murti. He has a series called Orphans. He's also done a few other indie comics. But he did it all. So he does the pencils, inks, and colors, and he does a lot of great sci-fi fantasy work in the indie comics community, and he's one of my favorite artists. So I would love to work with him sometime on a book, but I was like, I have to get a cover from him for this. So I love this cover. It's it kind of tells a story on its own where you're like, wait, is Saizen and Aurelia, like, are they together? Are they fighting together? Are they fighting against each other? They're reaching for the baby. You can tell that she's not pregnant anymore. What is that like symbolizing? And so it's I love all the covers, but this one in particular is just like really, really stunning to me, and I love it.
Yeah, I like them all. I ain't gonna lie. Oh shit, there's another good one. Look at this.
Yeah, and a cyber horse, guys, a cyber horse. I mean, how cool is
drawing
that?
horses is hard enough, but look at that, dude.
Yes. Yeah, so that's Aurelia's faithful companion, Anobicus. And so Aurelia and Anobicus are on this journey together. She's a princess, and like a question of the story is like, okay, she's a princess, but like, why is she alone? Why doesn't she have her kingdom helping her? What's happened? And the only like source of comfort for her, the only source of like, of her past, of her home, is her horse and her, her companion there. And so this moment here is like a moment of, solidarity that they're sharing. And you have the mountain in the background, which is the mountain that she's trying to get to, but she's turned away from it because she's making this decision in this moment of like, do I want to follow through with this journey? Do I finally want to get there? And so Anobicus, the horse, is consoling her in that moment, and it's raining blood. I mean, there's a lot of cool imagery, a lot of cool things going on here.
Yeah, this is a badass piece, man. I like it. Man, what's up with you and your keys? Look at this.
Yes. Thankfully that's the final one, but man, all these covers are like, they're just so special. They're so special to me. This one's done by Marco Rudy, who also did a cover for Manchild issue 2. He's a painter. This is traditionally painted, all of it. I actually own the original artwork for this piece, and it is just insane. It's beautiful.
The style stands out on every one of them, but they're all telling the same story. That's pretty badass. Those are some good covers, dude.
Thank you.
Amazing. PDF download, $6, print copy, cover A, 14, cover B, 20, cover C, 20, cover D, 20. You know what's up. Cover E, yeah, that one is worth 25. I was just saying,
Yeah.
that one's
Yeah.
badass.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Like, if you want the cyber horse,
Mhm.
Yeah, that there's some work into that. That's badass. All the covers, all of them, $115. There you go, guys. There's your add-ons.
So, what's your favorite genre to write in?
Man, that's such a great question. I think it probably has to be. It has to be. I guess I'm most comfortable with like superhero, but I'm utterly fascinated and excited about characters that are given abilities that they're trying to use and trying to comprehend and work through. And Seasons is like my kind of superhero supernatural series, and then Man Child is like my straight on superhero story. But I will say after writing this book, this was the most challenging thing I think I've ever written, because there's a lot of world building that goes into sci-fi and fantasy that you don't necessarily have to worry about, in other genres, because you're concerned with how everything works. You're thinking about gravity, you're thinking about the way, because everything is kind of up for your manipulation. It's like it doesn't need to look or feel like Earth at all. You still have to have rules, but everything about it can be new and different. And so I actually put together this like 20-page visual document for myself and also for Marco, so that I sent him not only like character designs, but like tons of reference images and like all my notes of like how the world should feel, what it should look like, the kind of tone and how like her kingdom should look like, and just all these different ideas that I had that could make it stand out. And so that was really intimidating, but it's incredibly satisfying to see it on the page. It's all worth it in the end. So like, this is one of those books where seeing it come alive, it makes me want to write in this genre even more, but it's difficult, because something about sci-fi and fantasy comics, it's different from novels. Is like, comics are all about real estate, how much you can show, how much you can put on a page. And it's just incredibly difficult to like figure out how can I pack all of this onto a page and onto one story, whereas a novel, you could have 500 pages to write about what everything looks like, what it what things taste like. You can just really kind of go nuts with it. But with comics, you're trying to balance that so much, because you're letting the visuals speak for you, but it's harder to find the way to communicate all of that in the words and in the writing. So because you're really having to think about, well, do I want to tell the reader how this tastes or feels or smells or whatever, or do you think that they can get it from the visual itself? So that's just like one of those things that was really new to me to figure out, and it was really, really cool to kind of see how I could navigate that.
I always had I always had fun with the choreographing fight scenes.
Yeah,
and these kind of things. You have to plan and sometimes act out.
So Chris, you grab your kids and you make them go out there and throw punches at each other.
I mean, I don't want to say I never.
Yeah.
Teach them early.
Punch your brother.
Exactly.
I need to get a shot of that.
Yeah, slower.
Now freeze right there. Hold on. Let me draw that real quick.
Don't move.
So shout out your team. Give your people some love.
Of course. So as I mentioned, Marco Roblin is the artist for this book. He does everything. He does the pencils, inks, and colors for it. So he's a one-man army in that regard. and he's from Chile. And he is honestly, I actually met him from another indie book that was on Kickstarter at the time, and his work was so unique and exciting. I was like, man, I would love to work with this guy sometime. And thankfully, he had some openings to work on my book. And when I reached out to him, it was just like a match made in heaven. I mean, he's one of my favorite artists that I've ever worked with, and he's also just like super passionate about the craft. I mean, we talk every day. So he's just such a cool guy, and he really is trying his hardest to make something really excellent. And so that's the artist. And then DC Hopkins, he's actually the letterer for Manchild. So I've had previous experience with him, and he's worked for IDW, Boom, Image, Dark Horse. I mean, he's worked for everyone basically. And I mean, if you look at the way Manchild is lettered, everything is just very clear. Everything's very presentable and organized, and he's so good at that. I mean, he's so good at the design sense of everything too. He designs my campaigns. We work together on like all the graphics together, and then he also does the credits and the back inside covers and all that stuff for Manchild. So he's just like such a joy to work with, and he makes my job. Both of these guys makes my job like so much easier.
Oh, that's cool. So are you having fun, Nandor?
I am. I really am. I mean, it's the hustle's real, you know. I mean, you always feel like you're never done. You're never like accomplished, you know, in some regard, because you're always like waiting to do the next thing, and you're always thinking about the next thing. And so trying to appreciate how far I've come and trying to see the progress is challenging, because you're either comparing yourself to others, or you wish things would move faster. You wish your artists would move faster, or you wish like campaigns would, come and go faster, because you're just kind of nervous about it. And you have a lot of self-doubt and things like that. So, those things creep in, but at the end of the day, like when I got that email that all of the art was completed the other day, and I was looking at all of it. I had put all the art together, and it was going through every page, and I was just like, yeah, it's all worth it. Like this is all worth it. This is so amazing. And I'm so excited to get this book out there. I think people are going to be really, really blown away by it. That's my hope.
Chris had to check out. I think he had to feed his kids, actually. But Nandor, as always, man, we got you. Drop this link once a day in the madness.
Okay.
Because I do a show every Monday earlier in the day called Through the Madness. And I go through the madness and I show the stuff that people have dropped there.
Very cool. Okay. Cool.
So if your stuff ain't there, I can't show it to people.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I will drop it
once
ASAP.
a day, but definitely on Sunday night.
Okay.
That way on Monday's show, it'll show up on the scroll. But yeah, I mean, I've been enjoying doing that show earlier in the day. I do it at noon on Monday. And I just scroll through the madness, and then I go over to Fund My Comic, and I scroll through that website as well.
Okay.
Have you considered putting your book over there on Fund My Comic?
Yeah, it's something that I just like found out about recently, so it's kind of new to me. And I was looking at some campaigns on there. I saw Mike's Nexus on there, and I was like, oh, that's so cool. So I was like, I wonder, that might be an option down the road for sure.
It's 3%.
That's right. It's really good on the percentage there.
And I don't know too many. It's like it's the only crowdfunding site out there that people are pushing the site as well as the content on the site. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So people are really working to make this thing grow and to show the Kickstarter and Indiegogo customers that there's another alternative over here.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
And then, there's those people that don't like one, they don't like the other, they don't like this, they don't like that. So the more places you're at, the better chance you're going to sell books. Just go take a look at it, man. It's Luke Stone is the one that put it together.
Okay. Yeah. I've talked with Luke before. Yeah.
Luke put it together. Ray Tugg's website guy, Ray Haylock, I think helped build it. Bunch of people involved that are, straight up legit people. And it's a good, it's a really good place to go sell books, man. And, you'll see a lot of stuff there that I went through it this morning and I saw some stuff I never seen before again.
Wow. Okay.
Every week I'm going through there and there's like new stuff up there, stuff I don't know who this is. I need to get a hold of this guy, see if I can get him on the show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like that's happening to me every week now when I go look at the site. So, check it out, man. Put your stuff up there. We'll be talking about it on Mondays.
All right. Yeah, thank you.
Always good to see you, my friend. I'm going to go get me some dinner. I got an unboxing. We have an unboxing at 7:30. In 1 hour, we will be cracking open Jezediah by Daniel P. Riley from Whimsyland, guys. And we're going to be taking a look at that. He's going to be out here too. Daniel's going to be out here with me. So one more show tonight, at least one more. You never know. you just never know. You could end. You never. Me and this guy could end up gaming later tonight too. Nandor, do you play video games, Nandor?
Man, I do. I do. I haven't. I don't as much as I used to, but no, I grew up gaming and I still do it when I can. So what are you guys playing?
Did you know that there's a Madness Guild on DDO Online?
No, I didn't.
Dragons Online.
I didn't know that. Yeah.
Yes, we have a Madness Guild, man.
Oh, cool. Okay.
If you have a character there, or if you want to build one there, I'd be happy to build a lower and run with you and get you caught up to where we're at.
Very cool. Okay. Yeah. No, I haven't. I've never played DDO. So, but cool.
It took me right back to EverQuest, dude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Took me right back there. I was like, I can play this game, and I've been playing it ever since. About 3 months now. Doran's one that told me about it. He's got some higher level characters there.
Has it been around for a while, or is
like
it
10, 15 years? Something.
Oh wow.
I didn't know nothing about it. I just found out recently. But right away I started playing and I was like, yeah, I can play this. This is good.
Cool. Nice.
So, if you want to check it out, man, you see us playing it live. We have a playlist for it on the network.
Okay.
On the YouTube channel. Every playlist is a different show. We got like 40 different playlists. It's crazy, man.
Yeah, man, it's grown so much. It's cool to see that. I like seeing
I'm having
that.
fun. Well, I'm having fun. All y'all go check out everything Nandor does. Everything. You got Seasons, Lifeline, you got Man-Child, you got Fabled Offering. Get stuff.
Yes, and everyone, who's watching, you can get all my books on this campaign. So if one of them, if you're like, ooh, I want the Fabled Offering, but I'd like to get Man-Child issue 1 or check out Seasons or whatever, you can do that. It's all there. So why not, right? Why not?
That's the other cool thing about Fund My Comic. You can set up a storefront.
Okay.
Everything you have that's already published, you just put it up there and just sell it as people buy it.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah,
it's kind of like in demand a little bit.
It's like in demand, but it's better because it's a storefront. You can keep adding more and more and more stuff to it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh, it's not just one thing. It's as many things as you want in your storefront, right?
So, that's nice. That is a nice feature.
Yes. Go talk to Luke, man. I promise I promise you'll want to get involved.
Okay. All right.
And I promote the heck out of it. It's the only crowdfunding site that I actually recommend and endorse because it was built by a comic guy for you guys. It's not Kickstarter who sells lawn chairs and every other day.
Yeah.
It's about comics. It's
about comics.
Fund My Comic. It's in the title.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It's like It was built for you guys. Take advantage of it. All of you. All of you. You know. And with that, I have to ask you, because I always do this, before you leave, is there anything you wanted to cover that you didn't get a chance to cover? Because I do not ever want one of my guests leaving going, man, I didn't get to talk about that. And I wanted to talk about that. Anything.
Yeah. Well, I just I guess I want to point people to my YouTube channel. Definitely subscribe to Foxhole Comics on YouTube. I update there like semi regularly. I do stream sometimes, and talk about my new books and talk about what I'm working on. Same with my newsletter, foxholecomics.substack.com. You can get sneak peeks, like I was talking about, the new characters that are being revealed for Man-Child issue 3. You can see, who are the new villains that we're revealing and sharing with everyone. And so definitely subscribe there on both my YouTube and my newsletter. And then if you have any questions about any of my books, or if you're curious about what I'm doing next, I'm always open to chat online and send me a DM or whatever, and happy to answer any questions for sure.
Cool. As always, everybody, thanks for watching, for backing, sharing, retweeting, do all that stuff, man. Please go look at, if nothing else, go look at the campaign and hit the share button.
That's right. Yeah, please share it out.
Help people out, man. That's what this whole network is about. It's about networking. It's about promotion. And the more you help each other, the more it comes back to you, bro. Count on it.
That's right.
Count on it. I guarantee you, man, the more you help others, the more it will come back to you in the end. So I want everybody to have a great day. Tune in about an hour. We'll be out here for a short unboxing. And hey, it's all madness, yo. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to look at some stuff on the way out. A couple of ads from our sponsors, because if it wasn't for them, there wouldn't be us. Peace, everybody.
The future. The final frontier. It has never been so uncertain as now. AI, VR, haptic wear, nanotechnology, mass destruction with a remote click. Now we are finally seeing the true potential and dangers of an ever-connected and overly policed hyper-technological world. Have we finally become the architect of our own demise? Is there still hope? Welcome to the future. Welcome to Punk Droid.
Glamorized and embraced by Hollywood, feared in the underworld, Benjamin Bugsy Siegel was one of the most powerful men in America. He was also one of the most hated. The man who gave birth to Las Vegas was gunned down in the luxurious home of his glamorous lover. Almost 80 years later, his murder remains unsolved. Who killed Bugsy?
A creature in the swamps. It lives to destroy. The beast they call Hogzilla.
After his latest get-rich scheme goes sideways, Gary Duba, the quintessential Florida man, ends up with a stash of somebody's high-end memorabilia. His gal Crystal is on probation and preparing for the fight of her life, squaring off against Australia's Queen of Combat. Delilah's got her back in training, staying off rich foods and the nose candy. Meanwhile, Gary and his best friend Floyd have been hired to wrangle a massive, abnormally aggressive feral hog that's terrorizing the swamp and wrecking Gary's old neighborhood. Can they bag the elusive monster swine without destroying the Sunshine State? Reserve your copy of Florida Man vs. Hogzilla at FloridaManComics.com. We're bringing back funny books, y'all.
Yo, you know me, Pops Van Zandt from the Madness Comic Network. I need to take the edge off. I tripped my little ass right on down to Harbor Farms on 131 in Three Rivers, Michigan. Get all your flowers, gummalummies, pre-rolls, even sugar shots, man. Look, this is the place I go if you're in Southwest Michigan. Check out Harbor Farms, man. They got all kinds of cool stuff. You'll love it. Peace.
How do you end this thing? How do you put the where's the brakes on this bus? I forgot.
Jazz hands. Jazz hands.